Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about Scratch. Scratch is an app created by MIT to help students and people new to coding learn how to code in a simple drag and drop format. To access Scratch, you will need to navigate to the website scratch.mit.edu. Now you can go ahead and create an account and sign in, but you certainly don't have to. You can click right here to just try it out. And that's one of the nice things about Scratch is you don't need an account to actually try out Scratch. Now, another unique feature of Scratch is that it starts with a little tutorial option over here. So, as you're playing around with Scratch and getting to know it, you can certainly use this window over here to get you familiar with how Scratch works. So I highly recommend that if that's something that you're more comfortable with. Otherwise, you can certainly just start playing around by playing around, dragging and dropping, looking at each of these. I'm going to walk you through a couple of the features of Scratch so you know what to expect, and then you're going to have some time to play with Scratch on your own. Here is your finished area. So this is what's called a sprite. All your characters are called sprites, and you can have new characters and new sprites. You can draw your own sprites as well, so you can paint a new sprite, but you can also pull sprites or characters from their own library, or basically through any image that you can gather from your own creation or from the internet. So here you can upload a sprite from a file as well. In this area, this is the area that you find your code for each sprite. Now for each sprite, you're going to have a different area for code because you want a different set of instructions to make each of your sprites move. And so here's where you're going to find all of your codes. And you can see here there's codes for motion, looks, sound, events. This is probably one of the more important areas because this is how you get things going in Scratch. Scratch is really good for animation and creating games and short videos, and so this is where you get things started. So when the green flag is clicked, something happens, or when the space key is pressed, something happens. There's other controls as well. You can put things on a loop. You can do if this then that. And there's more blocks as well. You can even make your own blocks here. In the middle tab are different costumes. You can create different versions of your sprite so it makes it look like it's animated. So here I've got my Scratch cat, it's their logo, and there's two costumes, and if I use those two costumes together and repeat them on a loop, it makes it look like the cat's walking. I can also add sounds to my Scratch animation or my Scratch game. It's got a bunch of sounds loaded, but I can also record sounds, and so I can use my own voice. I can also upload sounds from files, so I can use music or other sounds that I've created through other apps like Audacity or GarageBand. One of the nice things is that Scratch is browser-based, so it works on any device in any browser. You will find it difficult to work on a mobile device, though, because it uses flash animation, and some mobile devices have trouble with that. And so that's really a basic introduction to Scratch. Once you find the code that you want, you just drag it, you drop it, it fits together like puzzle pieces. You can see here they snap together. I can pull things apart. I can delete them if I want them to go away. To delete something, I just put it back here in the list of codes. And yeah, that's Scratch. So I hope you have a good time playing with it. I think ultimately you're going to end up doing a larger project, but today is just for playing around.